Today we're going to simplify fractions. Fractions may have a numerator and or denominator that are composite numbers. This means that it has more than one factors in itself. If this is the case, we can simplify them to their lowest terms. Write down the fractions that you think contain the composite numbers. Pause the video at this time. So which ones did you pick? Well, I know that 1 is neither prime nor composite, so it can't be 1/3. In 7/8, I see 7 is prime and 8 is composite. They both have to be composite in order to be simplified. So it looks like 2 and 4, both of those, 2 is prime and 4 is composite, but I also know that 2 can go into 4, so that would have a composite number, the composite numbers, so we could do that. And 12 and 24, those both have many factors. I also know that 2 is a factor of both of those. How about 11 and 13? Well, those are both prime numbers, so therefore it is in simplest form. There are a few methods you can use to simplify a fraction. We will go over 2 today. The first method, and you can write these steps down into your notes, is to find a common factor of the numerator and denominator. Divide both the numerator and denominator by that factor, and then repeat the process until there are no more common factors. The fraction is then simplified. Let me give you an example. Simplify 8/16. Well, I know in both 8 and 16, 2 is a common factor. So here in step number 2, I can divide by 2. I also notice, though, with 4 and 8, there's another common factor. I see that 4 is a common factor, so I can divide both of them by 4 and get the simplified fraction of 1/2. Could you have divided 8/16 by 4 to start? Certainly. And in this case, we would have 2, and 16 divided by 4 is 4, and then I can see 2/4. I know that 2 is a factor of both of those numbers, so therefore I can do it again and get 1/2. The same exact answer we got the first time. So it doesn't matter the order you divide by, just that you divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So go ahead and simplify 12/24 using that method. Here are the steps. You don't have to write these into your notes, but go ahead and put down 12/24 and show me what you divided both 12 and 24 by to get the simplest form. Pause the video now. The second method in simplifying fractions, which is a bit quicker, is to use the greatest common factor. Once you find the greatest common factor, then you can divide and you get the simplified fraction. You can pause the video and write those steps in right now. Here's an example. Simplify 6/15 by dividing by the greatest common factor. So the first thing I did was I found the factors of 6, found the factors of 15, and saw that 3 was the greatest common factor. I divided both 6 and 15 by 3, and I ended up with 3/5. Now one hint here is I know 3 is a prime number and 5 is a prime number, so that also tells me that I'm done and I have simplified it. So let's go ahead and try some for that using that method. Try 26/65. It is a bit tough, but think about what the common factors would be. Well, for 26, I know 1 times 26, 2 times 13, and I think that's it. For 65, I know 1 times 65, and I see it ends in 5, so I know it has to be a 5. 5 times Well, look at that. 5 times 13. Our greatest common factor is 13. So if we take 26 65ths divided by 13, our answer is 2 fifths, which is simplest form. Here are 7 problems I would like you to simplify. Please use either method and make sure that your answer is in simplest form. You may pause the video now and copy them down. When you bring them back to class, we will go through them. Have a great day.